You've probably heard it your whole life. Milk builds strong bones. Cheese is full of calcium, it's good for you. A little indulgence here and there won't hurt. And maybe, like many others over 60, you've continued enjoying cheese without ever thinking twice. Because let's be honest, cheese is comforting. It's familiar. It's in our sandwiches, our casseroles, our morning toast. A staple of tradition, family meals, and simple pleasures. But what if I told you that some of those same familiar cheeses could actually be slowly undermining your health? That they might be increasing your blood pressure, silently clogging your arteries, interfering with your memory, or weakening your immune system. All without any obvious symptoms, until it's too late? If you're over 60, I'm here to tell you, this isn't just possible. It's more common than you think. And the scariest part? Most doctors don't warn you about it. As a physician with more than 30 years of experience helping older adults navigate the complex world of aging, I've seen firsthand how certain, harmless, foods, especially the wrong types of cheese, can accelerate chronic conditions. But I've also seen something else. With just a few smart changes, starting with what's in your fridge, you can reclaim your energy, reduce medications, and feel better than you have in years. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 cheeses that can support your brain, heart, digestion, and bones. And the 4 cheeses that could be quietly harming you every single day. We'll talk science, share real-life patient stories, and I'll give you simple, practical tips you can start using today. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your cheese drawer the same way again. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment to say hello and welcome. Where are you watching from today? Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you and get to know you better. And if you ever have any questions about your health or daily wellness, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here to help and support you. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you'll never miss simple, helpful tips from senior healthcare. Let's stay strong, stay healthy, and enjoy every moment with our loved ones. Let's begin. Let's talk about something simple, something familiar. Cheese. Yes, that creamy, savory treat that's been with us through countless meals. But today, I want to explore a different side of cheese, the healing side. Because not all cheese is created equal. And for those of us in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, a few small changes in the types of cheese we eat can make a surprisingly big difference in how we feel, day to day, year to year. So in this chapter, we're going to explore 4 types of cheese that aren't just safe for older adults. They're actually good for your heart, brain, bones, and digestion. 1. Mozzarella, especially fresh buffalo mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella is one of the cleanest cheeses you can eat, especially the kind made from water buffalo milk, which is popular in Italy and increasingly available in specialty stores. Now, why is this important for someone over 60? For starters, fresh mozzarella is low in sodium, unlike many other cheeses that are packed with salt. It's also lower in saturated fat, which is great news if you're watching your heart or managing cholesterol. But what truly makes mozzarella special is what happens during fermentation. When mozzarella is made, especially the traditional way, it forms what we call bioactive peptides. These are small proteins that help lower blood pressure and fight inflammation naturally. According to a 2022 study published in the European Journal of Nutrition, older adults who included fresh mozzarella in their diets experienced improved circulatory flexibility and fewer arthritis flare-ups. That means better circulation, less stiffness, and possibly less pain in those knees and hands. It's also easier on digestion. Mozzarella has less lactose than many other cheeses, which means if you've ever felt bloated or uncomfortable after eating cheese, this one might treat you much better. It even contains a special fatty acid called CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which helps the body metabolize fat more efficiently and may reduce inflammation system-wide. And no, you don't have to eat it plain. Try it in a salad with tomatoes and fresh basil. Drizzle olive oil on top, or melt it over roasted vegetables. It's creamy, satisfying, and won't weigh you down. If there's one cheese I recommend to my older patients again and again, it's mozzarella. Just be sure to get the fresh kind, not the shredded version in a plastic bag. Those often contain starches and preservatives that cancel out many of the health benefits. 2. Feta, the probiotic powerhouse. Next up is feta. Feta often surprises people when I say it's one of the best cheeses for seniors. Why? Because while it's tangy, crumbly, and yes, a little salty, there's more to the story. Feta is typically made from sheep's milk or goat's milk, not cow's milk. That alone makes it easier to digest, especially as our stomachs become more sensitive with age. It's also lower in lactose, which is good news for your gut. But here's something many people don't realize. Feta is rich in probiotics. According to experts at Healthline and Mayo Clinic, probiotics, those beneficial bacteria in your gut, are critical for digestion, immune health, and even mood regulation. And as we age, our gut flora naturally declines. Feta helps replenish it. It also provides vitamin B12, which supports brain function, energy, and red blood cell formation. And since our ability to absorb B12 drops with age, having it in a natural food source like feta is incredibly helpful. What about the salt? Yes, feta is salty, but here's a simple fix. Rinse it gently under cool water before eating. You can reduce the sodium content by up to 30% with that one step. A little bit goes a long way. Sprinkle a small handful over roasted vegetables, fresh salad, or even scrambled eggs. It adds flavor, texture, and nutrition, without overdoing it. And because it's crumbly, it naturally helps with portion control, which is great if you're watching calories. If you want a cheese that supports your gut, brain, and energy, while still tasting delicious, feta is a solid choice to keep in your fridge. 3. Swiss cheese, the bone and brain protector. Swiss cheese might look humble with its funny little holes. But don't let that fool you, it's one of the most nutrient-dense cheeses for older adults. Let's start with sodium. One slice of Swiss cheese contains just 54 milligrams of sodium. That's about 75% less than cheddar, Gouda, or other common cheeses. That's a big deal for anyone managing high blood pressure or heart disease. Less salt means less fluid retention, less strain on your heart, and better overall balance. But there's more. Swiss cheese is aged using special bacteria, including Propionibacterium freudenreichi, which has been shown to support immune function and gut health, two things that decline with age. It's also nearly lactose-free, so it's a good option for those with digestive sensitivity. And here's something important. Swiss cheese contains vitamin K2, a key nutrient for people over 60. K2 helps send calcium to where it's needed, your bones, and keeps it out of where it's harmful, your arteries. This may help reduce the risk of both osteoporosis and arterial stiffness. Harvard Health has cited studies showing that aged cheeses rich in K2 may help prevent vascular calcification, a condition that often goes unnoticed until it causes serious health issues. On top of that, Swiss cheese is rich in protein and vitamin B12, both essential for maintaining muscle mass, brain clarity, daily energy. So if you want a cheese that supports both bones and brain, Swiss cheese might be exactly what you need. 4. Goat cheese, the gentle giant. And last but not least, Let's talk about goat cheese. Goat cheese is smooth, creamy, and slightly tangy, but don't let the taste distract you from its health benefits. It's made from goat's milk, which has a different fat and protein structure than cow's milk. This makes it much easier to digest, especially for those who experience bloating, gas, or stomach discomfort from other cheeses. It also contains more short and medium-chain fatty acids, which your body can absorb and use more efficiently, something that matters even more as metabolism slows with age. But goat cheese is more than just gentle, it's nutrient-dense. It contains omega-3 fatty acids, for heart and brain support. Zinc, helps with immune response and skin healing. Selenium, a powerful antioxidant that supports thyroid function. And yes, probiotics to balance your gut flora. But while some cheeses nourish us, others quietly work against our well-being. It's not just about what to add, but also what to leave behind. Because for every cheese that heals, there's another that harms, especially as our bodies become more sensitive with age. So let's turn the page and take a clear-eyed look at 4 types of cheese you might want to limit, or remove altogether, from your kitchen. 1. Processed cheese spreads, stroke in a jar. Let's talk honestly. You know those soft cheese spreads, wrapped in foil triangles or sold in plastic tubs? The kind we keep for quick breakfasts or snacks. They're not really food, they're lab creations, filled with hydrogenated oils, sodium phosphate, artificial dyes, and texture stabilizers. According to Mayo Clinic and the National Kidney Foundation, these additives can be dangerous, especially for older adults. Hydrogenated oils contain trans fats that raise bad cholesterol, LDL, lower the good, HDL, and contribute to clogged arteries. Sodium phosphate, often added for texture and shelf life, is known to accelerate kidney decline and calcium loss. In older adults, where blood vessels may already be stiffened with age, these additives are like pouring oil on fire. I remember treating Mr. Richard, a 71-year-old retired mechanic who had suffered a mild stroke. During our nutrition review, I learned he ate toast with cheese spread almost every morning. We replaced that with avocado slices or hummus on whole grain bread. Within weeks, his blood pressure improved, he felt more alert in the mornings, and he even started taking walks again. Processed cheese spreads are more chemical than cheese. If the label includes ingredients like phosphate, hydrogenated oil, or cheese product, it's better left on the shelf. Just because something is soft and creamy doesn't mean it's gentle on your body. 2. Cream cheese, the silent saboteur. Cream cheese is smooth, rich, and nostalgic, whether on a bagel or used in dips. It's a household staple. But it's also deceptively dangerous. 1 tablespoon of cream cheese can contain up to 35% of the daily recommended saturated fat limit. According to WebMD, saturated fat is a key contributor to high cholesterol, heart disease, and arterial plaque, especially harmful for people over 60 whose metabolism and circulation have slowed. What's more, its soft, moisture-rich texture creates an ideal environment for bacterial growth, especially Listeria. According to the CDC, Listeria infections are significantly more dangerous for seniors and can lead to severe complications like meningitis or sepsis. Worse yet, flavored cream cheeses, like strawberry or chive, often contain added sugars and preservatives. These not only cause spikes in insulin levels but also contribute to abdominal fat, which is linked to inflammation and reduced immunity in aging bodies. Take for example Susan, a 68-year-old retired librarian from Illinois. She loved her Sunday brunch with bagels and cream cheese. After 2 infections in 1 year, her doctor suggested switching to low-fat ricotta and fresh fruit. Within 2 months, her energy improved, and her digestive issues cleared up. There's no harm in enjoying food, but we must be smart about what we eat, especially when our bodies have less resilience than before. 3. Blue cheese, moldy and dangerous. There's something fancy about blue cheese. It's rich, complex, and often found in gourmet salads or cheese boards. But for older adults, it carries more risk than reward. Blue cheese contains biogenic amines like tyramine and histamine, chemicals that increase as the cheese ages. These can trigger headaches, raise blood pressure, or cause heart palpitations, according to Healthline in a 2023 study in food chemistry. Elevated tyramine intake is linked to visits among seniors with symptoms like chest tightness, dizziness, and blurred vision. Our enzyme systems, which break down these compounds, slow with age, especially when enzyme activity declines in later life. What your body could tolerate at 40 might overwhelm it at 70. And let's not forget the mold. Though edible, blue cheese mold can be harmful if your immune system is weakened, or if the cheese is made from unpasteurized milk, which increases the risk of listeria infection. Take Harold, a 73-year-old veteran from Michigan. He loved his evening salads topped with crumbled blue cheese. But after experiencing multiple dizzy spells, his doctor pinpointed the tyramine in his diet as a likely cause. He switched to low-sodium feta and never looked back. Fancy doesn't always mean healthy. When it comes to aging bodies, less processed and fresher choices win every time. 4. American cheese, the fake comfort. Few foods say comfort like a grilled cheese sandwich. That golden slice of American cheese melting between two warm pieces of bread is a staple of childhood memories. But nostalgia can be misleading. American cheese isn't technically cheese. It's a processed food made from milk byproducts, emulsifiers, sodium, and artificial colors. According to Harvard Health, many of the additives in American cheese can harm gut health, disrupt calcium absorption, and increase inflammation. Just one slice can contain 250 to 300 milligrams of sodium, up to 15% of your daily limit. For seniors managing blood pressure, this is no small issue. Even worse, emulsifiers used to give American cheese its smooth texture have been shown in animal studies to disturb gut microbiota. And phosphates added for meltability may block calcium absorption, contributing to bone loss over time. I recall meeting Carol, a 66-year-old grandmother from Texas, who made grilled cheese sandwiches daily for her grandkids. When we talked about her chronic bloating and irregular blood pressure, we decided to swap American cheese for Swiss and whole grain bread. Her digestion improved within weeks, and she started sleeping better too. You don't need to give up comfort food, you just need a smarter version. Healthier cheese options like fresh mozzarella, goat cheese, or low-sodium feta offer flavor without the chemical baggage. Let me share one more story. Joe, 72, was a retired carpenter with mild hypertension and frequent forgetfulness. His breakfast was always the same: toast, processed cheese spread, and coffee. I suggested replacing the spread with goat cheese and switching to whole grain toast. 3 months later, his blood pressure had dropped, his digestion had improved, and he told me, "Doc, I feel like I got 5 years back." Nutrition doesn't work overnight, but it does work, especially when you remove the worst and introduce the best. So let's take a deep breath and really let this sink in. The cheeses we choose may seem small, just a slice here, a spread there, but over time, those small choices add up. They shape the way we feel, how we move, and how we age. Not all cheese is bad. But the wrong cheese, at the wrong time in life, can quietly chip away at your heart, your memory, and your bones. That's why I always say, choose the ones that heal: goat cheese, Swiss, feta, fresh mozzarella. And be willing to say goodbye to the ones that harm, like processed spreads, cream cheese, blue cheese, and those shiny American slices. It's not about restriction. It's about wisdom, awareness, and self-care. Because your future isn't built in a day. It's built 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Every meal is a vote for the version of you that's stronger, sharper, and more vibrant. So today, I'm inviting you to take that first small step. Go check the fridge. Make one smart swap. Tell a loved one what you've learned, because when we share, We empower each other. And if this video gave you a new perspective, or simply reminded you of something you already knew deep down, I want to ask you. Click like to let us know this was helpful. Drop a comment below. What change will you start with? Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next insight, one that could help you or someone you care about. Let's not just age, we grow, we learn, and we lift each other up. Together. Here's to more years, full of clarity, energy, and joy. You deserve nothing less.